What's up, everyone? I'm Nick Cato.
I'm Walter Bowley.
And I'm Matt Harnick, post E3 wildcard.
This is Microsoft's reaction right here. This is our reaction to Microsoft's E3 press conference. A lot of good stuff. A lot of good stuff. So, we're just going to jump right in, because there's a lot of shit to talk about. I'm just going cap off out of the plane, straight in.
No parachute.
Nothing. Because Matt's wild card, so he wouldn't take a parachute anyway.
No,
so we're jumping balls deep in there.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be able to find me.
You're right.
I'm going to go ahead and say we're jumping balls deep in here now. Halo 5, they started out with it. They showed us some story stuff and a little bit of multiplayer tease. Co-op story. You play as Locke and his team, which Buck is on his team, who's a Spartan now from ODST. Clutch, she's the man.
What was the name of this team called again? Was it like
Blue Team?
No, Osiris. Team Osiris. I think it's Team Osiris.
I don't remember. Then you got Master Chief's team, his three Spartan twos.
Team.
Oh, the Guardians.
I actually read no. His team's blue team. I found out when they were talking about it. Apparently, those guys that you play with as him are all the people he grew up with, like as a Spartan. Like they're all like, from like the lores of like that. Like that's who Master John grew up with.
What I got from it, good Halo stuff. It looks like the boosting.
It is very much Halo, like in this. They are,
and that's all I want. I want an updated Halo. That's what they gave me. They said, you know what, Halo is starting to devolve a little bit as shooters get more about speed. There's sprint now. There's a little boost. There's the ADS. I'm all for it. Halo 5. The beta was awesome.
One thing I liked about it was like I thought the level was amazing because it was like the first time I really saw like. Other than in 2, whenever like they set off that like bomb and like destroyed the world, like destroyed that city, remember? But like this time, it really felt like depression and like destruction in a level without it being the flood doing it.
Yeah,
like that's what I liked.
I saw some the new plasma guns, look pretty awesome. And the only other thing they showed some little glimpse, like a little trailer for the Warzone multiplayer mode.
Fucking awesome.
It looks like a Warzone.
What is Warzone?
Warzone is like
a new game mode.
You play to 1,000. I watched the guy talk about the game. You play to 1,000, which Nick can know that's a lot. But you can fight
points?
1,000 points, and it's like usually you play like to 50 or 100, and you're playing to 1,000. Okay. But you could do things where you fight. Like just team multiplayer fighting, just killing people. It's 12v12, and it's and also they have objectives in the game. Just a huge map. There's objectives going on. There's just killing people, get points. Then I heard something I can't remember. Correct me if I'm wrong. Something about like campaign style like strike things that go on in there as well.
Yeah, like some AI boss comes in.
Literally, like you'll fight Covenant. Coming in, and you can like hinder the other team or help the other things like that. And I could just see some really cool like the enemy of my enemy is my friend, and then it's like you just killed your friend after you're done and you win it. And it's just very, very cool. Just so much chaos, war. Like I feel like it's like Halo's like let's put a little battlefield in this game, and that's what I got.
Just a little.
Yeah, there's so much shit.
Yes,
Halo 5,
that sounds awesome.
Baller, move on to new IP. It's being made by Microsoft Studios. Inafune, creator of Mega Man, and the Metroid Prime makers are working together for ReCore.
Maybe that's why they weren't doing good on Nintendo games.
Well, ReCore. It's that one with that chick with the dog, and she's going. There's just a cinematic trailer, no gameplay, so there's not much to talk about. But it looks like whenever your machine dog companion dies, you can stick the dog. It looks like the core heart into another machine, and it becomes that, and it's the dog and like a different machine body. Could be cool.
But we don't know the gameplay. We know it's a AAA though. I did see that it is a AAA game. So this is not going to be some $25, $30 side scroller.
I kind of got from it, believe it or not, I kind of got a Half-Life vibe from it. Like especially the second monster that came in. There's like a monster in the second Half-Life 2 that comes out that looks just like that, and it kind of acts like a dog.
Okay.
And it's like that's kind of what I got from it. And then, I mean. It looked cool. It looked creative.
Yeah.
Something different.
Yep. Yeah, I wish we'd seen gameplay, but I'm sure we'll see. Maybe Gamescom. Maybe Gamescom will have some gameplay.
When's that?
August.
A few months. But could be cool. I trust both of the developers, both the people help making the game. They've only made amazing games.
Right.
So I trust it. I trust Microsoft Studios. So the next big news, Xbox One is getting backwards compatibility. I think it doesn't already have it now. You can download your discs to your Xbox and play. You can play multiplayer with people on 360 with those games. And you can buy 360 games from the marketplace.
Now, this is not like an instant thing. Apparently, Microsoft has to get confirmation from the publishers to move it to Xbox One, and that's all it is. They need written confirmation from the publishers. So right now, there are
12 games.
12? I think it just got updated 22. I could be wrong. But like 12 or 22 games are available on the Xbox One right now that were 360 games, but pretty much all of them are Microsoft-published games because they didn't need anyone to sign off on it. So as long as none of the developers say, no, you can't do that for whatever reason, every 360 game will be playable on Xbox One. And as those games get confirmed, anything you had on your profile that was a digital game will be available on your Xbox One as soon as they get the confirmation to do it.
See, this is something I thought Microsoft and Sony should have been on when PS4 and Xbox One first came out. Because, I mean, those things are like, you got to think, all those people who buy those games, and then it's just like, well, the digital people, they can't trade in their games.
Right.
So why aren't they allowed to at least bring those games over and play them? Like, this whole backwards compatibility thing that they ever stopped doing was the most, was just stupid. That PS2 was like, we're going to let you play PS1 games, we don't care. And then it's like, PS3's like, oh, we're going to do it first, and it's like, no, screw you. And Xbox One, Xbox 360 did it for Xbox. And then it was like, yeah, they had some minor mix-ups, and it might be because of hardware problems, but...
I remember there was something wonky. I played Xbox original KOTOR on my 360, and there was something wonky about it.
Yeah, I don't remember what. Xbox 360 never had... I don't think it ever had.
Nope, I did. I put in an Xbox original KOTOR. Now, maybe not newer, or I don't know.
Yeah, maybe like the Slim, but the Xbox 360, the white one, it did, I swear.
Yeah, okay. I put in Xbox original KOTOR and I beat it there.
That was what I played as well, yeah.
I think I borrowed it from you.
But, pretty big deal. That's why the thing I liked about it most was because ever since Phil Spencer's taken over as head of Xbox, he's ridden every wrong the previous guy did.
Yeah.
I don't know your name, sorry, previous guy that sucked. He said backwards compatibility is an issue that we will resolve at some point. And he didn't lie. He did. So I like that you're fixing everything and you're the man. So we'll move on. Xbox Elite Controller is coming out for Xbox One. There's button swapping to where you can like change sticks, change buttons, you can remap your buttons. There's these two little there's these 4 triggers on the back of the controller that do something. I don't know what they do. $150, a little steep.
Yeah.
Because I'm guessing you're probably gonna have to buy the sticks to like replace it too. I guess it doesn't like come in a giant pack. We might guess.
Maybe.
Maybe they do.
Well, we don't know. What was the other thing I saw about it that was cool? Oh yeah, the headphone port.
Yeah, headphone port too. So
your iPhone headphones can plug right into it and you can listen to any game you're playing.
Could you use your iPhone headphones as a mic with that?
I doubt it. Yeah. But I don't know.
The funny thing is, Sony was using his. On Sony, you can. Yeah. But when you talk, it makes this noise. It's kind of annoying.
I think that was. I think Sean was having that problem.
So this is just a prop. So this is probably just a proper headphone jack. Otherwise,
this looks like one of those. Hey, if you're a hardcore gamer, here's your Elite controller for it. I don't think I'll buy one. 150 is a little steep. I'm really.
If I find myself like really, really wanting it for whatever reason, I can see myself getting it. Well, not necessarily that. Just like I see myself like, man, I really want this controller. I don't think 150 is too bad with what they're saying you get with it, especially if it comes with swappable parts.
Now I buy another Xbox One controller, it will be that.
If you can change the stick tightness, I'll totally fucking
you can swap sticks, maybe.
Dude, that's why they're doing it, because people, believe it or not, were taking the sticks out and putting the 360 sticks in there.
I know. I like the Xbox One sticks. Like, I like the feeling of it, but they're just too loose. They're not tight enough. Like, PS4... Like, that's my problem with the PS3 controller. The sticks are too loose.
I'm sure some guys when that finally comes out...
the D-pad on that thing?
Oh, yeah, the D-pad
games.
Pretty
cool. That's what I need.
Yeah. There you go. Well,
I was looking into it. I was looking at that. I was like, oh, maybe if I'm really into a fighting game, I might do it.
We'll talk.
Do you use the D-pad in every fighting game?
Not Street Fighter, but I don't think you can in Street Fighter.
Well, it doesn't matter because Street Fighter's only on PS4, so I guess that really don't matter. But, but yeah, I mean... But
it's Xbox.
I am playing Mortal Kombat, but I mean, Mortal Kombat doesn't really have a problem with what they're doing with their D-pad. It's not like something I need.
Plus, the Xbox One D-pad is amazing. So,
It's not PS4's one, but it's better than it was on 360.
I mean, I think, honestly, at this point, a D-pad's a D-pad to me. The 360 one was like a dinner plate. It wasn't that great. But, like, this one, it's a good D-pad. I really don't see how you make a better D-pad than that.
Yeah.
I think it's just the individual not connecting, like, the cross. It's, like, individual buttons. You know you're not going to, like, accidentally do something by pressing it and then controlling. Because in the end, you are still controlling the entire plus sign.
Right.
D-pad, but in those, it's like you're individually hitting left, right, down, things like that.
So I'll move on.
But nothing to be too, like, false.
My favorite game of the show. The man, Todd Howard, came out to talk about Fallout 4. Showing little stuff. PC mods will be available on Xbox One in 2016. They're also attempting to get it on PS4. They're not 100% sure on that yet. I saw laser muskets.
Yeah.
I saw that the game comes with Fallout 3. You buy it on Xbox. I don't think that's the case with PlayStation.
See, the thing is I can see why PS4 would have a hard time with this because it's Microsoft.
Yeah,
it's Microsoft Windows.
Yeah,
and it's like
all they do is work with computers.
Yeah, they could connect those two easier than it would be for Sony, but. They're not addicted. They're not allergic to money. They know people are going to buy this.
Like, if Sony has the ability to do it, they need to do it because otherwise, people who have
I'm
both.
sure that Todd Howard.
There's no contest.
It's not.
I would almost go on a whim and say that some people look forward to playing like Skyrim and those games because of the mods.
So like. If you have like a PS4 and Xbox One, which plenty of gamers do, it's no contest if one has mods and one doesn't.
Well, I'm going to be curious to see.
Wants it's them that's like we want PlayStation to get it too.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, so I'm like, well, if I'm Sony, I'm saying Sony's like we got to get on this.
If I'm a gambling man, I'd say they're going to get it. But this is confirmed that Xbox One's going to get it. But we're not going to get much into Fallout because you can watch the third party. You can watch the third party stuff for that.
Yeah.
But I'm glad to see. And I'm proud of Bethesda, or if it's Microsoft that's doing it, to see them not make people have to be limited by mods. Because now that they're saying, DayZ, I think Microsoft was the one who said DayZ was coming to Microsoft, was coming to Xbox One.
Yeah,
I want mods on that when that stuff comes. When that stuff's not in the beta anymore and it's actually out, because I've seen the modded version of that game and it's like, holy crap!
It's a different game.
So it's good to finally see a company, finally saying, hey, let's bring mods to the consoles and not make everyone have to have not everyone, have to go get viruses on their computer to try and download the flipping mods, actually get the
that
freaking
sounds personal.
Yeah. Destroy my computer. But they're so worth it.
We'll move on. EA Access, they're talking about on Xbox. You can get Plants vs. Zombies 2. They're talking about like Plants vs. Zombies 2 Garden Warfare as well. Dragon Age and Titanfall.
Wait, is it Garden Warfare 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a game they announced. Yeah. It looks alright.
Yeah, Titanfall and
Dragon Age Inquisition will be added on to Access at some point soon. So that's cool.
Yeah, $5 a month, and they haven't raised that price, but they keep adding games to it. So
pretty cool.
That's interesting.
Forza 6
This is for Xbox One.
Yeah.
$5 a month, and you get access to that entire library.
It's not on there yet, so don't.
Mass Effect is one of the games now playable on Xbox One from 360. Mass Effect 1.
That's the one. That's the one franchise I want to see if they're gonna put the whole like definitive edition version, like that like trilogy collection, or like that.
Yeah. This is just the backwards compatibility thing. You are now able to.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Play
I hope
Mass Effect on Xbox One.
Oh, they did. So that's confirmed.
Yeah, it's there right now. No, Mass Effect 1. Just Mass Effect 1. Mass Effect 1 is on Xbox One right now. You can buy it digitally, I think, or you can put in your disc and it'll play.
Okay. Forza 6. More Forza looks amazing.
My God, I wish I loved these games because they just like.
You know what's funny? I was actually while I was waiting for Gears to download, I have Forza 5, believe it or not, on my Xbox. It came when I did my thing with Chad. I almost want to be like, you know what? One of these days when I just want to look at something beautiful, I'm just going to put this game
and then I'm going to suck and like run off the track. Yeah. But I think it was in a post show, maybe not. I saw the developer, one of the developers of Forza 6, was talking to an interviewer, and the interviewer was like, so walk me through this track. And the guy said, the track, it's a real track somewhere, and there's 400, and he gave an exact number. I'm not going to give you the exact number, but it was 400 something. Exact puddles on the track. Like, it was raining and there's puddles. And he's like, so what about the puddles? Well, you see, we geographically mapped the track, and that is exactly where the puddles would be if there had just been rain on the track.
Wow.
That is where the puddles will be. The puddles will cause slight hydroplaning if you don't brake right. Like, and people say gaming companies are lazy now. Like, they fucking went out there, whatever the fuck geographically mapping even means.
Just went to Google Maps.
Yeah, the Google Maps types. No, they got geologists out there and figured out exactly where the rain puddles are and put them in the game for one track. And there's how many tracks? I mean, that is amazing. That's like, you should just buy it out of respect.
Why don't you do that, Walt?
But it looked good.
I said you should. Do as I say, not as I do.
Move on. Dark Souls 3 got announced. Trailer. There's rumors saying this is the last Dark Souls game.
No, confirmed.
Okay.
Confirmed. This is the last Dark Souls game.
This is the end of it, so I'm glad then.
There's a big-ass king boss in it.
It looked like, I saw some people talking about it with screenshots, it looked like a giant infected with chaos.
And it had a crown on. It was pretty badass.
And that's gonna be a boss.
Early 2016.
So
awesome.
around the same time Dark Souls 2 came
I'm honestly surprised that they didn't show any gameplay for saying early 2016.
They'll show more later on, I'm sure.
Well, we got Gamescom and PAX looking forward to this year, so...
We're just going to blow through these games because we're going to be talking about them later. The Division's going to have a December Xbox One exclusive beta. Rainbow Six Siege
Beta.
there's going to be a beta on there too, but I think that's PlayStation first. I don't know. There's something.
It wouldn't have been in a Microsoft conference.
Oh no, not
I feel
that.
like we've been playing a lot of betas this year.
Then
And leaving so much feedback.
Vegas backwards compatibility.
It
And
comes with Vegas
both
and...
Vegas 1 and 2 for
Okay.
free. Comes out October 13th.
It's this Rainbow Six I remember playing.
Then Gigantic is a game. It's gonna be free to play. Looks kind of cool.
What was that?
It's kind of forgettable.
What was that?
It was like really colorful, like they're running in the open world. It's free to play. It's pretty forgettable.
Oh, that's right. I remember now.
Little John Robin Hood running through the forest.
Then there was a big indie montage. Someone submitted saying, "Hey,
There's one we got to talk about that was in that indie montage.
oh, it's here.
Okay.
Oh, there's a
Okay.
beta.
It's here." Then
I don't think there is.
Fulbright Studios, the makers of Gone Home, is making a new game called Tacoma. It's coming out 2016. Not much information. Looks like you're on a space station.
Oh yeah, that looked cool.
Looks baller. Looks like an exploration game. Here's the game. You want to talk about Cuphead?
Cuphead.
Coming out. It's like a 1950s style
1930s.
cartoon graphics.
That was confirmed by the developers, 1930s.
Oh, they said 50s in the thing. But alright.
It says
30s.
Yeah.
1930s in the thing. Pretty fucking awesome.
Dude, like when I read the IGN guy who said he got to play it at E3, he said anytime you ever said the words cartoon style graphics in a game, you were using that word wrong. It's like you have never played this game.
That looked like an acid trip.
It looked
Amazing.
amazing. Like that was the first time I saw an indie game, like a real indie game. Now, I don't even think No Man's Sky looks like an indie game at all, but like just like some like 2D platformer thing. I was like, I have to play that. I have
It's
to
funny,
play
this
it.
guy I'm friends with on Twitter, the Cuphead guy,
Yeah.
has been his like bio, his like pick for like years. I'm like, what the fuck is that? No, I know. And you're clutch.
Yeah.
So they did an Xbox game preview for DayZ. It's coming to Xbox. Pretty cool. Then they showed this other game called Ion. Like you're flying in space. Looks pretty cool.
Yes.
And they talked about Tomb Raider. That's coming out November 10th. They showed a gameplay trailer of it. Looks pretty brutal.
Yes.
Pretty awesome. Timed exclusive.
Wish we'd have a timetable on that timed exclusive.
Let's just put it this way. By the time that timed exclusive's up, everyone's already going to be done playing their other games. So PS4 is not going to be too salty about it.
Out in November is, yeah.
That's true.
And then there's the Rare Replay coming. You get 30 Rare games for $30. It's coming out August 4th, 2015. Pretty awesome.
Ugh.
Not surprisingly, don't have GoldenEye on the 30 games.
They don't?
GoldenEye is not one of the games, which blows my mind.
007?
Yep.
Maybe Nintendo has something staked in it.
I don't know. I'm a little, that's a game I want on there, and then I'm thinking about not buying it now. I don't know. So then Rare announced a new game. It's a pirate. It's called Sea of Thieves.
Oh, yeah,
it's
that
a
was
pirate
cool.
game.
Yeah.
You're playing with other people. You're like treasure hunting on maps, and you fight other teams of players, like whether it be on land or
with your
ship,
RT crew,
which is pretty baller.
Yes.
I like it.
Yeah, that looks awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, whatever to me.
Then they showed Fable Legends stuff and said that Fable Legends is going to have Oculus Rift stuff too.
I want you to see me like the glasses game thing. And
Standing lording above.
I want to do that. I want to be able to throw my hands up and then you guys look at me in fear.
I doubt that's going to happen. But it's free to play.
Kill an evil man?
Yeah.
Someone says the word
I want to
Fable.
spawn the monsters and have you guys die. I don't even want to play as the heroes. I just want to make the monsters appear and watch you guys die.
So there's that. And then they show that Xbox will be linked with HoloLens. The biggest game that's linked with Minecraft.
Right.
Pretty baller. You look at it, like, top-down view. You can see the other player playing on their Xbox running around your little top-down world. You can, like, manipulate it with your hands and stuff.
Yeah.
Baller.
I didn't get it until Nick explained it to me. Like, I guess the camera filming the whole thing had its own setup where it could see the lens also. So I just thought that this guy just created this world that everyone can see on this table. And I was, what's happening? Is what I thought. But now
Future's happening.
Now I see it's through the lens.
It's amazing.
But still, like, the way it made the table look like a bottomless pit, and then,
Yeah.
like, it... Jeez.
You ready to spend that coin?
How about a round of Gwent?
I will be, if it's not too crazy.
Gwent with HoloLens?
There you go.
Why would you need that?
Why would you not want
Well, yeah, like, you don't want to do it?
I'm just saying I don't need it.
Because then you don't have to keep track of all the numbers. It does it itself.
Touche. That is going to be a pain in the ass if they make that a real
Exactly. That's why it should just be an iPad game.
game. Exactly.
And now there's two more announcements, both Gears. Gears of War Ultimate Edition was announced. It's coming out August 25th.
And then
Beta, now we
kinda
played it.
Yeah.
Halo, it's Gears of War 1 with an HD skin on it. To the T. It's $40.
With characters from the entire franchise.
Yeah. But now to add on it, Gears
Son of a bitch, guys. Matt, you're such an asshole.
He farted.
Gears of War 4 has officially been announced. Showed gameplay. I think they said the guy's name was JD. You were playing as, I heard him get called. And then it looked. He had blonde hair. It kind of looked like maybe Baird's kid.
Could be.
It looks like
But
there's new
there's
monsters.
more than one blonde person in the Gears
Yeah.
universe, so it could just be.
It looks like there's new monsters. It's coming out holiday 2016. You just got a brief gameplay.
And I did like, it looks like they're going with, like, the Gears 1, a touch of horror in the game. Like, Gears 2 and 3 were very action-packed, fun games, but Gears 1 had that, like, horror element in it, and this one has at least a touch of it, which is glad to see back.
It looked very... I mean, I'm not saying Gears was never a serious game, but they didn't look like they didn't have that Gears humor in there.
Yeah.
Like, you know, Marcus and all them, you know, kind of talking with...
What am I? A fucking botanist?
I don't know. It may. I don't know. I'm sure it'll have that little.
The rations can wait, dog.
Yeah. But that's not supposed to be funny though. It's just funny to us because they're stupid. But
It's just funny.
But the whole thing that was like, I mean, there was countless times I cracked up on just like, you know, they kind of brought like a humor to the game, like a light heart, like,
Kind of
you know,
campiness,
Dom saying,
like
"Suck
camping.
bitches," and like things like that.
Woo!
I'm
No
sure-
military is never like that.
I'm sure they'll have it in that. But
Or Hoffy?
Oh my god. He
The
truly
splat effect.
he truly made me feel like shit whenever
Which-
I've lost. He was like, that was the most pansy ass, panty wearing disgrace. He's like, you guys are all useless. He's like, you're a bunch of meatbags. He's
Oh,
like,
confirmed. He does still say splatter factor in Gears 1.
Oh, yeah.
I did get a splatter kill. And he's, oh, the splatter factor.
I thought you played as Kim.
Kim?
Yeah.
Why would I play as Kim?
Why wouldn't you? Is there something wrong with Kim?
No, because I can play as Hoffy.
That's true.
Coltrane. But
Dom.
overall, what would you grade Microsoft's conference? I give it a 9.5.
I'll say 9.
9.
9.5.
9.5.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
Everything
and
I want.
like the reason I could say 9 is that there wasn't anything I was disappointed with. Like there was no announcement that I was like, come on, like what was that? But there was just, I mean, to get a 10, I don't know what you need to give me to get a 10, but you got to show it to me.
I don't know. You gotta reveal this game that's been wanting to be made for a very long
What's
time.
that game? Oh wait, Tune in next time and find out.
But that's been our Microsoft E3 reactions. Let us know in the comments what you think about it. Keep gaming on Xbox.
Keep gaming on Xbox. And check out our other videos.
They're all in this playlist.
Yes, all of them.